continuing where I left off, it does not so ordain, nor does the Lord of high Olympus give you leave. For you long exile waits, and long sea miles to plough. You shall make landfill on Hesperia, where Lydian Tiber flows, with gentle pace, between rich farmlands, and the years will bear glad peace, a kingdom, and a queen for you. Dismiss these tears for your beloved Creusa. I shall not see the proud homelands of Myrmidons, or of Dolopians, or go to serve Greek ladies, Dardan lady that I am, and daughter-in-law of Venus the divine. No, the great mother of the gods detains me here on these shores. Farewell now, cherish still your son and mine. With this she left me weeping, wishing that I could say so many things, and faded on the tenor air. 3 times I tried to put my arms around her neck, 3 times enfolded nothing, as the wraith slipped through my fingers, bodiless as wind, or like a flirting dream. So in the end, as night waned, I rejoined my company, and there to my astonishment I found new refugees in a great crowd. Men and women gathered for exile, young, pitiful people coming from every quarter, minds made up with their belongings for whatever lands I lead them to by sea. The morning star now rose on Ida's ridges, bringing day. Greeks had secured the city gates. No help or hope of help existed. So I resigned myself, picked up my father, and turned my face toward the mountain range. Book 3. Sea Wanderings and Strange Meetings. Now our high masters had seen fit to visit upon the Asian power of Prim's house, unmerited, ruined, and the sea god's town, proud Illumium, laid smoking on the earth. Our minds were turned by auguries of heaven to exile in far quarters of the world. By Antander, below Ida's hills, we toiled to build a fleet, though none could say where fate would take or settle us. Then we held mustered of all our able-bodied men. When summer had just begun, Anchises gave the word to hoist sail to the winds of destiny. Weeping, I drew away from our old country, our quiet harbors, and the coastal plain where Troy had been. I took to the open sea, borne outward into exile with my people, my son, my hearth gods, and the greater gods. Beyond that water lies the land of Mars, great plains plowed by the men of Thrace, and ruled in ancient days by cruel Lycurgus. Guesthood and common household gods have bound this realm to Troy while fortune held. Now making landfall under the south wind there, I plotted out on the curved shore the walls of a colony. Though fate opposed it, and I devised the name Aeneid for the people, from my own. As I made offering to Dian's daughter, my divine mother, and to other gods who gave protection to a work begun, I readied for the knife, there by the sea, a sleek bull to the overlord of heaven. Now, as it happened, the ground rose nearby, in a low hummock, overgrown with cornel and myrtle saplings flickering in a thicket. I stepped over, trying to tear away green stuff out of the mound to make a roof of boughs and leaves over the altar. There I had sight of a gruesome prodigy beyond description, when the first stalk came torn out of the earth, and the root network burst. Dark blood dripped down to soak and foul the soil. Shuddering took me, My heart's blood ran slow and chill with fear, but once more I went forward and fought to pull another stubborn shoot, to find what cause laid hid there, and again dark crimson blood ran out of the ripped bark. My spirit strove hard. I paid reverence to nymphs of the wild woods and Father Mars, guardian of Thrace, that they might make this vision turn to good and lift away the omen. Then I doubled my effort, a third time, wrenched at a green shoot, grappling on my knees against the sandy ground. Should I tell this or hold my peace? A groan came from the mound, a sobbing muffled in the depth of earth, and words were carried upward. Must you rend me, derelict that I am, Aeneas? Spare me. Now I am in the grave. Spare your clean hands, defilement. I am no foreigner. Old Troy gave birth to me. This blood drips from no tree. Ah, put the savage land behind you. Leave this shore of greed. For I am Polydorus. An iron hedge of spears covered my body, pinned down here, and the pointed shafts took root. At this, be sure that in a maze of dread, I stopped appalled. My hair stood up, my voice choked in my throat. This man, this Polydorus, ill-starred Priam, had sent me some years before in secret, with great weight of gold, to be maintained by the Thracian king. That was a time when Prin's trust in Dardan's arms had faltered, as he saw Illuminum ring in siege. The Thracian, after the shattering of Trojan power, after fortune had left us, threw in his lot with Agamemnon's cause, and winning arms, broke every pact and oath, killed Polydorus, and took the gold by force. To what extremes will you not drive the hearts of men, accursed hunger for gold? When faintness of dread left me, I brought before the leaders of the people, my father first, these portents of the gods, and asked their judgment. All were of one mind. We should withdraw from that earth stained with blood, with guesthood so profane, and give our ships the winds and sea again. For Polydorus, therefore, we held a funeral. On his grave, we heaped up earth, and altars to the dead were decked with night blue bands and cypress gloom. Round which our women mourn with hair unbound, we brought up foaming bowls of milk, with shallow cups of consecrated blood to pour, and put to rest the spirit in the tomb, giving the last loud cry. When seas offshore looked promising and smiled back at the wind, a halyard snapping land breeze calling seaward, our men crowded the beaches, launched the ships, and we set as shorelines fell behind. Mid-sea, a holy island lies, most dear to Aegean Neptune and the Nereid's mother. Once in its course afloat from coast to coast, the filial archer god had tied it up to Mykonos, the sea mark, and to Gyaros, enabling it at rest to scorn the winds. Here we put in, and the serene island having welcomed our tired men, we went ashore in pilgrimage to Apollo's town. King Aeneas, both king of the Delians and priest of Phoebus, garlanded in snowy wool and laurel, came to meet us, greeting his old friend Anchises. We joined hands, then at his side entered the temple of the god. I paid my homage to that shrine of ancient stone, praying, O God of Thimbra, a grant home and walls to weary men, grant us posterity, and in abiding cities. Guard our second tower of Troy, this remnant left alive by Danaan swords and pitiless Achilles. Whom shall we follow, or by what seaway dost thou direct us? Where may we settle now? Father, grant us a sign, enter our hearts. And I'm going to leave it off like that. Please comment, leave a like or a dislike, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.